Hey, what's up turtles? It's Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors. And today I'm going to do a video showing how to tie the butterfly loop. This is a really simple loop to put in a line, in a bite. The reason why I like this is because it's kind of easy to tie and it's not super difficult to untie once it's been under load. It holds actually load pretty well and can take load from different directions as it's tied in the bite. And it can also be used, loops in general, the butterfly loop can also be used to actually sort of eliminate a weak spot or a braided spot in a rope to actually give the rope its strength back and not potentially have a jeopardized piece of section in the rope while it's under load. And that will make it safer. So I'm going to do it down here on this stump in front of me. All right, loops are really useful to put in a bite in a rope, and basically a bite is just doing it when you don't have either end usable, so you're just putting it in a section in the middle of a rope. Let's say I wanted to use this rope and I wanted to, you put it under load, tie something up with it, blah blah blah, ridge line, and we'll say right here's a section that's really torn apart, if you will. It's really abraded. It's not, but for demonstrative purposes, to put a loop in a line is one way to use a loop in a line. Now obviously if I'm going to do it in this application, I don't want to cut it. This is really like frayed, but I still don't want to cut this down. Potentially I could still use it as a longer lashing. So I don't want to cut this because even at a lashing purpose, even if it's a little bit worn in one area, it'll still be used because that, the tension spread over the length of it. But nonetheless, we're saying this is, frayed really bad, but I don't want to cut the rope and I still want to be strong. So to start this loop, this butterfly loop, I'm going to give myself some rope to work with, excuse me. I'm going to take it and fold it over itself once, sort of overhand. Now I'm going to do that again up here. The same direction that I folded the first time, I'm going to repeat that the same exact way. And what I have now is this. Now maintaining that, I'm going to actually take this and go under behind itself and under here. I'll try to do it without blocking everything. I'm going to take that, I sort of need to hold this loop, go under the whole thing while still maintaining everything. And this hole right here that I'm pointing through, I'm going to take the top of my loop and then pass that through, which is the last step. And then once I do that, pull that through, you can see it sort of tightening on itself. That's all there is to it. It's a butterfly loop. Now I need two hands to actually tie this butterfly loop, but the few reasons I like it, like I said, it's really not that difficult compared to other ones, other bites, loops, and lines to untie once it's been under load. Because I got 2 points right here that give me a place to actually grab onto and sort of open this up. And this wasn't under load, so it came out really easy. I'll do it again, and I'll try to get a lot of pressure on it to show you. Start off again. Give myself some slack to work with. Take it over, go over once. I have that. Go over again. So now I have sort of this 8. Let me make this a little bit prettier. I sort of have this 8 design. You can see that. Now I'm going to take the top of here and go behind everything I've done and come down beneath sort of the running ends of the rope while still maintaining this 8. I fold that under once, and then this hole right here, I'm going to pass the top of that through and then start to pull it tight. And to tighten it, I need to pull on the running ends and the actual loop itself. Roll that up on it. I'm going to stand up, put this under my foot, pulling this really, really tight as hard as I can for now without actually putting weight on it, and we'll see how difficult and or manageable it will be to undo it. Got that secure. See the loops in the line, this is the bite. Put this under as much pressure as I can muster. That's probably about 8,000 pounds of force per square inch. Just kidding. Like I said, why I like this, because when it is under load, you kind of get these 2 points right here to be able to help you get it out. Out. And see, as I do that, it just opens right up on itself. Really easy to untie. As an overhand knot goes, really difficult to untie sometimes when it's under pressure. So this is just another option, just another knot in the arsenal. It's really easy to know, just understand the principles, physics of how loops, knots, hitches, all that work. You know, maybe I won't use this that much, but just in general, the more knowledge in my head, just the better off I'll be in general. Hope this was helpful. If you used this before, let me know. If there's any other loops you like to put in a bite on a rope that may be really easy to do one-handed, really easy to untie once they've been under load, let me know. Please leave a comment. Remember to check out blackoutdoors.com. Check us out on Facebook. Check out Black Owl on Instagram. This is Krik signing out with Black Owl Outdoors. Later, turtles.